like, comment, and subscribe for more content.
What's up, guys? It's Dylan aka DK Wrestler here, and in today's video I'm going to predict the San Diego Comic-Con 2020 Funko Pop exclusives. But before that happens, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, let's check it out. So like I said, today's video I'm going to be predicting the San Diego Comic-Con 2020 exclusive pops, in which some of these predictions are kind of my own that I thought of, and of course I am going to take some of the kind of rumors or leaks, I guess I could say, from places like the Pop Keep or Surlent Pops on Instagram as pertains to my predictions for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. So I am filming this on Friday, May 22nd, but for these predictions, I'm going to kind of go into some sort of order. Like, I'll start off kind of like with miscellaneous, where it was kind of like one from like a different kind of section of pops. But then I'm going to go kind of alphabetical order, where it's like starting with ad icons to animation. So I'm going to start off with the miscellaneous set of pops that I have here that I'm going to predict, which I think the first one is going to be a glow-in-the-dark variant of that fantastic plastic character. I think his name's TJ, if I'm not mistaken. I think they really missed the opportunity on making this pop glow-in-the-dark because the colors are so nice, but I think also there would be plans of a glow-in-the-dark pop, and I think that they would do it at San Diego Comic-Con, so I think that would be the perfect time to release that kind of a pop. The next one I'm going to talk about, it hasn't been rumored, just like the TJ pop. It's one I thought of, and I think it makes most sense because they're generally around the same area. I have this weird feeling that because for Emerald City Comic-Con they did the Freddy Funko with Funko HQ Pop Town, I think they're going to do Freddy Funko with Funko Hollywood Pop Town. And I think this would make sense, I bet, with the numbers, especially in the order of Pop Town. Like, I can't remember the number that the HQ Pop Town is in. I think it's like 10 or 11 or something like that. I think the next number beside it would be reserved for that Funko HQ Funko Hollywood Pop Town. So I think it only makes sense that that happens. And the last pop I talk about before I go alphabetical order of each section of pops, and it's so predictable, it hasn't been rumored yet, and I'm surprised it hasn't been rumored yet, but I think there's going to be a rainbow troll with yellow hair. Now, if you notice, there was the green-haired troll, and then at WonderCon, there was the rainbow body troll with like the blue and the pink hair. I think because they already did a normal troll with yellow hair, that I think they're going to do the rainbow body troll with yellow hair for San Diego Comic-Con, because yellow is the main color for the San Diego Comic-Con logo. So it kind of makes sense. So you guys may have noticed that there's a reflection on my face from this side, and that's because of the fact that I have my computer going right now, because I have posts saved from like Surlent Pops or the Pop Keep to kind of remind me of some of the posts that they've been talking about for these rumors, which the first section I'm going to talk about is ad icons. Might as well. It's like the first alphabetical order list right there. There's a list that Surlent Pops posted, and it's for the teaser of San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and it says that there will not be one or two, but at least 3 ad icon Funko Pops. 2 could be ad icons relatively related. I think I kind of went down that route where I think the 2 that are related is going to be the McDonald's lineup. One that's been rumored is Captain Crook, I'm pretty sure. That was the one that was rumored. But I think the other one that they're doing, if there's going to be a second McDonald's one, I think is either going to be a couple of the Fry Guys that aren't the ones that have already been rumored, so it'd be like different colors, or I think it's going to be, I can't remember the name, but I'll put the picture like right here, is like that, I don't want to say Bird Person because Bird Person's Rick and Morty, but it's like, obviously MD would know better than I would of the name. It's actually one that MD wants for a potential McDonald's lineup. Other than that, the other ones that I had written on my phone here, a flocked Chester Cheetah. It kind of makes sense that they finally do this, considering they've already done a glow-in-the-dark version. They've done the Chester Cheetah with the bag as a variant. They're just going to keep trying to use the same mold, and I think they might as well do a flocked one, and I think it will happen for San Diego Comic-Con. And the last one I put, obviously, would have been either that one McDonald's one that I just mentioned besides Captain Crook, or if it's not the other McDonald's pop and they only go the one McDonald's route, I think they might finally pull the trigger on a 10-inch Boo Berry. That's going to be my prediction if there's a third ad icon Funko Pop. Obviously, it would make sense that if it gets shared to anywhere, it's going to be the Funko shop of where that would happen if there's a 10-inch Boo Berry Comic-Con exclusive. So the next lineup lineup I'm looking at is animation, which there usually is a ton of animation when it comes to San Diego Comic-Con, which a couple that I'm not really going to mention because I don't really know many characters. Obviously, you know there's going to be some Hanna-Barbera pops, whether it's from the Flintstones or some other lineup like Wacky Races that not a lot of people know about. But I only have listed, I think it's 4 different animations. Some of them I thought of, and some of them have been rumored. Another little Surlant Pops post that he wrote down is for a teaser that there will be one 10-inch My Hero Academia SDCC Funko Pop exclusive. Not the only anime pop, but should be the only 10-inch anime pop. If there's going to be only one 10-inch pop and it's going to be animation and it's My Hero Academia, this is one I had written and it hasn't been like rumored, at least during my recording. I think it would be like a 10-inch Deku. It kind of makes sense. They already did 10-inch All Might, and that's going to be a common. I think possibly they'd do Deku or some other character. The only one I could think of, because I don't watch My Hero Academia at all, is Deku. And another one that Surlant Pops is actually kind of like rumored or leaked is a character called Bakugo. I don't exactly know who this character is because, like I said, I've never seen My Hero Academia, but this has been kind of in the rumor mill as of late. A couple other ones that have been rumored are for the Dragon Ball Super lineup, which one that has been rumored as I'm looking on my computer right now is Super Saiyan Kleifa, if I'm pronouncing that right, and the other is Super Saiyan God Goku with like red hair. I think they already did a pop of this for some reason, if I'm not mistaken. You know, maybe they haven't, but they make so many Gokus and Vegetas I kind of like lose track on what they've made and what they haven't made. And then one of them I've been, you know, requesting for such a long time, and although it seems like it was very logical, it doesn't seem logical now because they've actually canceled one of the 6-inch figures for this lineup. And I have listed here the Winged Dragon of Ra for Yu-Gi-Oh! I would love for this to come out. I do think it would be a shared pop if that's the case. There have been rumors of Mermaid Man, as in Mermaid Man in Barnacle Boy for the SpongeBob lineup. It's cool that they're expanding on the SpongeBob lineup, so it's more than just SpongeBob. That I hope would be a shared exclusive. Not necessarily because I would say like I would get it, but I'm sure a lot of people hope that that's going to be a shared exclusive, and I think it will. Now we go to the Disney lineup. One of the pops that have been rumored actually is a metallic alien as Kevin, which a lot of people have known. I've been talking about this whole potential Pixar Aliens lineup where it's like the alien from Toy Story dressed up as different Disney Pixar characters, in which this one here, it's a metallic variant of Alien as Kevin from Up, which I kind of find it weird that they're doing metallic before even like a regular one gets announced. But I can't wait to actually see if it gets, you know, announced to be true and what it looks like. And then another one I had thought of after the whole Funkoween announcements, a Nightmare Before Christmas Artist Series pop, which they'd announced already 2 Jack Skellington pops. One will be a common, one will be a Hot Topic exclusive. But I think maybe they'll do another character like maybe Sally or Oogie Boogie that could be a artist series pops. And what I mean by artist series, obviously, as you see in the photos, is kind of like the Disney version of like the Star Wars Futura pops, where they kind of have these like cool designs. So I think potentially, if anything, it's going to be Sally in my opinion. Maybe Oogie Boogie, but I think it's going to be Sally. The next lineup I'm looking at is the games lineup, which there's only one licensor I could think of for the games lineup, and of course it's got to be Pokemon. That has been rumored for a little bit. It's very logical that they would start doing con-exclusive Pokemon pops. They already did the flocked Bulbasaur and Charmander for Emerald City Comic-Con, and they did the flocked Eevee and Pichu for WonderCon. And it says in this teaser that Surlant Pops wrote, there will be at least one flocked Pokemon Funko Pop for SDCC 2020, flocked variant shared with blank retailer store. It seems like there's not going to be like a limited amount of pieces Pokemon Pop, and it says at least one is going to be flocked, and I won't be surprised if both of them are flocked. However, I'm kind of really hoping that maybe by this post they mean that we're going to get one flocked Pokemon Pop, but the other, I feel, could be a Pokemon Pop that we have not seen yet. Something brand new. But I have listed here the potential, you know, actual flocked pops that would make sense for Pokemon Pop, and the only 2 I could think of for, you know, the newer lineups that have still yet to release are Vulpix and Growlithe. Those are the only 2 I could think of. You know, they could go the Mewtwo route and the Mr. Mime, but those don't make sense. I'd rather Mewtwo be like, I guess, metallic, because, you know, the whole shiny effect of a Pokemon. Next lineup I'm going to look at is Harry Potter, and there's only one pop I could think of, and that is a translucent version of the Harry Potter with the invisibility cloak. I don't know why Funko didn't think of actually making this translucent, because it's an invisibility cloak. When he puts it on, he goes invisible. So with the Funko Shop exclusive that they just released, I think a few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, or at least a week ago, it's just him putting it on and you can see the invisibility cloak. When you put it on, if I'm not mistaken, you're supposed to not see the body. So I'm hoping that they do some sort of variant where it actually is translucent. Even if the body's translucent and the head is just a normal Funko Pop head, I'd be totally fine with that. I think that would be probably so far the best Harry Potter pop that Funko has made in 2020 so far. Now I'm going to the Heroes lineup, which there's only one I have listed here, Translucent Mr. Freeze for the Batman and Robin set, in which I can see how this makes sense because, you know, ice, it's kind of clear, but it's not clear, so it gives that translucent effect. So I kind of like it in that sort of effect, but at least in Canada right now, the Batman and Robin set hasn't released yet, so I don't even know what the actual Mr. Freeze pop looks like yet. So I kind of want to look at that, and then potentially when SDCC announcements start rolling, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, it should happen within the next 2 weeks. Usually by the middle of June, that's when they get announced. So the next set of Funko Pops I'm going to talk about is the Marvel lineup, which there are 3 that I have listed here, and all of them I didn't think of. It's some that have been rumored between Surlent Pops and the Pop Keep, in which the first one I have listed here is Stan Lee as the Delivery Man. It's one of the Stan Lee cameo pops, which those keep selling as Funko Pops, especially there's a recent Comic-Con one I can't think of, but that one sold like hotcakes pretty much. And so with a Stan Lee as another cameo appearance, it's gonna sell, guaranteed. I don't know where it would be shared, and I think it will be shared, but it's going to sell very great. The next couple I've listed here is Nightcrawler teleporting, which was rumored by the Popkeep, I'm pretty sure. And then the last one is a Dark Captain Marvel. I can already see Nightcrawler teleporting as a Target shared exclusive. It screams out Target. It's either Target or Walgreens. It's going to be one of the two, and I'm already predicting that. A lot of people weren't really a fan of the Nightcrawler that just got recently announced for the X-Men 20th anniversary lineup, but they're hoping that this comic version of Nightcrawler will be 10 times better than what they think the Nightcrawler currently looks like. I don't know what to say about Dark Captain Marvel because I never really heard of Dark Captain Marvel, so I'm kind of curious on what the Funko Pop looks like, but looking at the image that Surlant Pops has provided for all of us, looks not too bad right now. Now I'm going to go to the movies lineup, which there has been a couple that I had thought of, and there is one actually only that was rumored, and that was rumored by the Pop Keep, in which it is a Scott Pilgrim pop, and it's by the name of Kim Pine, I'm pretty sure. Of course, there's a Scott Pilgrim pop, because, you know, they probably still have the license because Scott Pilgrim is one of Brian Mariotti's favorite lineups that, you know, he likes to keep on producing. So it makes sense for that. One that I thought of a while back for SDCC, but it kind of came true, is that there was going to be a Back to the Future pop. But I wasn't sure what it was going to be. But as the rumors show, it's going to end up being Marty McFly checking his watch, which pretty much is the front cover of the first movie, if I'm not mistaken. It's exactly that same pose where he's like looking at his watch and the DeLorean door is lifted up. That's basically what it is. And then the next two, first off, for the Happy Gilmore lineup, and I don't know why they haven't made a pop of this character yet, is Shooter McGavin. That would be amazing. Shooter McGavin, the main bad guy of the film, and I'm so speechless because it would be such an awesome pop. And I think they didn't make it for the common set because it was planned probably that they're going to do it as an eventual con exclusive. And the last one I thought of is Jumanji, and I think there's going to be an exclusive Jumanji pop for the first movie, and I wrote Peter as Monkey. I think that would be absolutely awesome. Basically, if they wanted to, they could just copy the Teen Wolf mold there, but like tweak it up a bit to do Peter as the monkey. And then I feel like later on they would do just a normal Jumanji lineup where they just make a normal Peter. But I think Peter as the monkey would be mint. Next lineup I have here is Star Wars, which I only have 2 listed. And I thought of these before the fact that, you know, one of them was for sure basically confirmed. First one for The Mandalorian, The Child. I knew there was going to be a child pop before it was even rumored by Surlant Pops. Surlant Pops has it written as, I think, The Child with Silver Ball. Yeah, I think that's what it is that's listed here. And the other one I thought of, I don't think it's going to be The Mandalorian, and I don't think it's going to be a Futura pop, but I do think it's going to be a Boba Fett, and unfortunately, I think it's just going to be a 4-inch variant of the 10-inch version that just released for the Empire Strikes Back lineup. Obviously, just as of last week, it just celebrated the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back. Might as well continue it with more pops, especially because there's still more pops for the Battle at Echo Base that still have yet to be released. But I think it's going to be Boba Fett, and it will be shared with Target. And I know that for a fact. Last but not least, I'm going to look at the television lineup of pops, in which I only have a few shows listed here. One of them, I think they're going to do an Office exclusive. I don't know of what character yet, but I think they're going to do an Office exclusive. The next couple, they've actually been rumored, and that is from a TV show called Thunder the Barbarian, I think it's called. And there's going to be 2 pops, and that's Thunder the Barbarian and Ookla the Mock, I think it is. And then another 2, very super popular, and one of them has been rumored is The Simpsons. I'm just going to say it right now, comic book guy, because that's been rumored for quite a bit now. It was actually the first rumor ever made this year for San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So I think they're going to do a normal Simpsons, and I think they're going to do another Treehouse of Horror exclusive. And technically the last pop that I have listed here for the television lineup, and will probably be the last pop overall that I talk about. There has been rumors of How I Met Your Mother Funko Pops lately, and I think potentially they could kick off those announcements by announcing a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Obviously, there's no rumors of it yet, and I don't know what they would do yet. If I were to choose any of the characters from How I Met Your Mother to make as an exclusive for San Diego Comic-Con, and I think would make the most sense and would be awesome, I think it would be Barney Stinson with the rubber ducky tie. That is such an awesome scene in that TV show, and I think that makes a lot of sense. It's either that or it's going to be Robin Scherbatsky as Robin Sparkles when she sings "Let's Go to the Mall." Anyways, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button to let us know that you're enjoying the content being provided to you guys on this channel. Comment in the comment section below on what your predictions are for San Diego Comic-Con, and let me know what do you want to see as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And like I said earlier, press that subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and see you guys next time. Peace out! And now as I realize, I'll see you guys tomorrow again because 5 days of content!